Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This will be my second video now, and after returning back from the States, I think it's only fair that we talk about that. The first thing I want to touch on though, is I made the best decision ever by taking those fucking Nike Dunks. Because these guys, they look pretty much brand new. A little wipe, a little clean, and they were absolutely brand new every single day. Little stain here, but we'll deal with that, right? They can go in the wash and they'll come out absolutely amazing. But I made the best decision ever not taking those trainers. Other two pairs of trainers, the Nike's P6000s and the Asics Gel NYCs. Because the other two guys that I went with, both their trainers were fucking ruined. And on the first day, Stu, the older guy that looks 50 odd, because he is 50 odd, his trainers were fucked after day one, just on the travel. So I made a really fucking good decision by taking those trainers, and I'll stand by it. And I hope that me taking those trainers annoyed every fucking one of you, because I let that go for quite a while. And to be fair, did I know what ones I wanted to take all along? Maybe not, maybe about a week and a bit before. I had an idea that I probably wasn't going to take those trainers after seeing some of the stories from people that were already over there and saying how their fucking trainers were ruined and walking and being out and stuff like that. I was like, right, probably don't want to take pairs that I've just bought that are like over 100 quid and start ruining them. So I'd had those trainers for a good, 3 years, and I thought it would be a good idea to take them. However, that's enough for trainers. Yous are bound to be really fucked off with trainers right now. Even I'm pissed off with trainers right now. I want to talk about the top 5 foods that I ate when I was across in Boston and New York. Now, some of these foods, to be fair, they're not spectacular, they're not special. These were just done based on, like, I'm a creature of habit. I tend to eat most of the same meals all the time. So when I get the chance to do something slightly different, I kind of made the most of that, right? So, at number 1, the best thing I ate while I was over in Boston and NYC, Regina's Pizza. That is the best pizza I think I've ever had. It was unbelievable. Even when you picked it up, like when you pick a bit of pizza up, sometimes it goes all soggy at the front. It does that little fucking floppy thing. It's really annoying. This thing did not move at all, and it tasted unbelievable. Whenever you took a bite of it, it was a nice clean bite and it didn't break apart. The cheese came with it. It didn't drip everywhere. There wasn't fat hanging off the arse end of it. It was just, Regina's Pizza takes number 1 spot for that. And then number 2, when I was in New York City, I was recommended to go to this place, Levain Cookie or Levain Bakery, whatever it's called. However, Levain Bakery we'll go with, right? And I got one of these cookies, salted caramel, coconut, chocolate chip. Now I know a lot of you are probably like, fucking coconut, but I promise you, this thing was unbelievable. It's quite possibly the best cookie I've ever had. And yes, I did have it at like 8 o'clock in the morning for my breakfast. And then also went for like a big dirty peanut butter and jam bagel afterwards. Which, the peanut butter and jam bagel didn't quite make the top 5 things. It was good, but I have that when I'm at home. So I thought I'd best to choose something different. And then coming in at number 3, we went to a little diner called Victoria's Diner. And it was about a 15-minute Uber away from where we stayed in UMass, so the University of Massachusetts. And I got pancakes, banana and maple syrup, and wow, like, Americans know how to make pancakes. That was unbelievable. Some of the best pancakes I've ever had. I was actually gutted. You could upgrade it and get a third pancake for $3, I think it was. And I decided not to do it because, well, didn't really want to be a fat cunt. And when I'd finished it, I was like, I wish I had. It would have been a struggle to finish the third one, but I don't quit on food. I would have finished that, not a problem at all. It was a fucking unbelievable plate full of pancakes. A little bit of banana on it, maple syrup, icing sugar, or whatever the white shit's called. It was just unfucking believable. Really good. So that was at number 3. Number 4, I got a breaded cod burger and asked for chips at the Envoy rooftop. Now, I probably should have known this, that when I asked for chips that I was going to get a fucking bag of crisps. So when my food came and there was a bag of crisps there, I was like, a little bit shocked by that. But I did ask for obviously chips, which over there, that's what they call crisps. I should have said fries. However, the burger was really fucking good and I really enjoyed it. And more recently, to be fair, as I start to eat out a little bit more, I've actually started ordering some different types of foods. Usually I would go for the same types of things, but recently, especially after the last photo shoot that I'd done, I started ordering some different kind of things. And I think majority of the time now, whenever I'm out, I end up going for some sort of fish meal because I don't cook a lot of fish in the house. The last thing you want is your house smelling of fish. So when I go out for food, I end up more than likely to order fish when I go out most of the time right now. But this breaded cod burger was really tasty from the Envoy rooftop. And to be fair, although when the chips turned up, or the crisps, whatever the fuck you want to call them, when they turned up, I was a bit disappointed that they weren't fries. The chips or crisps, whatever we call them, they were really good as well. So I really enjoyed that. So that goes in at number 4. And this final one at number 5, this might surprise a lot of people because it's very basic, right? But at the university where we were staying, they had the canteens and everything open. So when we got up on the first night we'd stayed, we got up in the morning. Myself and Stu went for a walk because, well, Dave was a bit of a pussy and decided he needed a long lie. So me and Stu went for a walk and we went to explore a little bit and we found the canteen. And I ordered this omelette. And it's one of the best omelettes I think I've ever had. And the guy that was making it was so fucking passionate about making his omelettes. He was this cheery American style guy, like everything was just like exaggerated. But how he made this omelette was unbelievable, and it's inspired me to come home and try and make an omelette. However, I've not done it yet because, well, I've made omelettes before and I've butchered them. They turn into like scrambled omelettes. They're not proper omelettes. So I need to teach myself how to do that. But this omelette was brilliant. The filling that I ended up getting from that was some spinach leaves, peppers, onions, and bacon. And then I got some American cheese that was in the middle of it as it was folded over. But that omelette was, that could be one of the best omelettes I think I've ever had. So a lot of that stuff was probably boring, right? You're probably sitting there thinking, Jesus, you went all the way to America and that's the type of shit you've ate. But I don't eat that stuff quite often. So it was really nice to have some different types of things, and Regina's pizza was like, I don't think I'll ever have a pizza that's better than Regina's pizza. That's an unbelievable bit of pizza. I wish I'd actually got more than the 2 slices I did. I got a pepperoni one, and then like a chicken one that had, I think it was like spicy chicken with red onion. I'm sure there's peppers on it as well, but it was just unbelievable. If you're ever in Boston, I would definitely recommend going to Regina's Pizza. It's unbelievable. And then if you're in New York, Levain Cookie, get the salted caramel coconut chocolate chip. Unbelievable, really good. And then back to Boston again, the pancakes with banana maple syrup from Victoria's Diner. Highly recommend you go there when you go. And if you're ever at the Envoy rooftop, breaded cod burger, make sure you ask for fries and not chips because, well, chips are crisps over there. And not that I think anyone watching this will be staying at the University of Massachusetts, but if you do and you see this, get the fucking omelette. It is unbelievable. Really good. So that was my top 5 food choices from when I was over in Boston and New York for the World Cup. I have to say it was quite a disappointing end to the World Cup for us Scots. We were pretty poor. Nice for us to obviously get there, just really shit how we went out. And obviously Steve Clarke's then resigned straight after us getting eliminated from the World Cup as well. So it'll be interesting to see who replaces him, and hopefully we can qualify for the next Euros and the next World Cup, which I think is in Portugal, Spain and Morocco. However, I had an amazing time over in Boston. I met some amazing people. Had a great time in New York as well. I definitely will be going back to Boston to visit at some point, hopefully in the next couple of years, and I'll bring the family over this time. But what an experience, what a time away, and that was my top 5 foods when I was over in the States.